Hi, welcome everyone to our DHW Human Library. So today we have our inspirational alumni, Hector Constantino Telmo.
What's up?
Hi Hector. So before we get into the nitty-gritty about yourself, can you please tell us the year you graduate and some little background about yourself?
Well, I graduated in 2009, and a little bit about myself. I was always a creative since I was a little child. Started from drawing to art and craft to dancing to music to everything I'm doing today. So that's a little insight.
So Hector, so you were graduated in 2009. So I think the audience would be interested to know a little bit about how your school life was when you were in junior and senior forms. Can you share with us a little bit?
It was a big transition. The moment I stepped in high school, there was peer pressure because there were the cool kids who had their pants low, and there were the kids with their pants high, and that was me.
So allow me to use the word, so you were the nerd type of student when you went to the school?
In a way, yeah. And it goes with influence. You always want to be accepted. I wanted to fit in at one point. Everyone goes through that. And as you grow up, you tend to understand more, and you end up grooming yourself to who you should become instead of trying to fit in. But it was a lot of learning process. I liked it. Learning curve was great.
Well, I remember from one point, because I was your teacher, I taught you. So there's one point that I remember, you took active part with anything to do with music and dancing. So can you tell us, what made you actively participate in that? You were the guy in the front holding the big stereo on his shoulder and sort of, get the hype in the school cheerleading competitions. Can you just tell us, why?
Besides cheerleading, there was rapping as well and multicultural, right? So I was just very competitive. Not in a sense where I'm competitive and I want to step on you. I just love the competition and the feeling of, I'm doing great. What about you? What can you pull? So it started with dancing. And a lot of people were into dancing, with Filipinos as well. They're always into dancing. Philippine All-Stars, they were great inspiration to us as well at the time, right? And when it comes to the music side, I was just writing for fun. Too. But before that, way back, even before high school, I already was bumping to Eminem's Lose Yourself, one of his greatest hits that's still a big hit today, right? So I just kept at it. And then, when you keep doing what you're good at, you attract people who want to do the same thing. And that's when our high school group formed. And then we kept doing it to a point where people started noticing what we were doing. So we're like, hey, why don't we keep doing this? And
so then you were always headhunted by all these teachers in different competitions then, I believe?
Some. It was more on choosing to participate, I guess. And let's say somebody wants to start this dance thing. There's a contest. Hey, I want to do a hip-hop dance. Somebody talks about it. Everybody starts to gather up a team. So it's just the support, I guess. And one great thing about hip hop performing for them, especially multicultural, our experience with rapping in those days, they were a great crowd.
So can you recall any tipping points or crucial moments that has actually made you who you are, a big impact on you?
Or becoming me, you mean?
Yes.
I'm not saying the whole system is flawed, but let's just say I wasn't good at math, for example, right? And there's this photo of a monkey, an elephant, a giraffe, and different sort of animals. And the teacher says, okay, you all can climb the tree now. So that's how I felt. It doesn't mean that if you're not good at certain things in school or subjects and you fail your grades, I didn't say I failed everything, you're already a failure outside. So that was the pressure that was given to us by a lot of people from the outside. If you don't make it in school, you don't get high grades, you will not get there. But I strongly believe in just finding your strengths, sticking to it, and working on making it even better. Then you get to still use it and become the person you have to become.
Well, I agree with you, Hector. Actually, when we look at education, we look at it in this way, not necessarily getting straight A's and being the best in terms of academic achievement. Every kid has their own way. Like when we talk about multiple pathways, one way for you might not be the same way as for me. So I walk my way, you walk your way, as long as we have, that level of education, inspiration, and prospect that we see, and we go ahead. And that is actually my next question. And that question is, so you left the school after the completion of your Form 5?
Yeah.
And so what did you do after that? And where are you now? Can you tell us?
I studied multimedia, and that was for the purpose of filming my music videos, because I wanted to learn more on how do I get out my works out there. When you like something, you just keep studying it. So besides sound engineering, recording, vocals, I had to learn music videos, film for myself. And at the same time, there's always supportive people around you that will try to help you get there. Like let's say I can't film myself alone, right? So at those times there was already Edry.
Yeah.
And Mark came along.
Who is doing
the
the shooting?
Yeah,
this camera, Edry.
Yes. So there was Mark as well, came in the picture, was sitting next to me. Hey man, I want to learn video. So I taught him about 5% of what he knows, and 95% was learned by him. And that's when the brand happened. We had Without Eco Productions, so it was always freelance based, but there was a time where we were already like almost at our prime, but it just didn't work out later. But now it's still running, and we still want to make something out of it, and I'm proud of Mart. He's now working for the NBA, right? So I'm glad teaching him at least 5%. And John Mangia as well, from Hip Wall, he was also our salesperson. He handled like corporate accounts and hunting for business. That was that time when we were still together as the Big Four.
So you Big Four, allow me to use this term, so has actually strived for advancement despite adversity, which is our school motto. So obviously the success that you had, or the little success you had, there were a lot of bitter moments that obviously we would not know. But I'm sure it has helped you guys to grow and to continue to sail ahead. Now, there's one thing I know about you guys, like you had some group that you had, the musical group, and you had recently produced your own album. So what is that? Can you just tell us, and correct me if I'm wrong with any of these information?
Oh, well, previously we had a crew after high school. It was called DBNT, Dope Boy. So
Dope Boy. Why Dope Boy?
It just happened. Brian was like, hey man, I think we should call ourselves Dope Boys. I'm like, hey, dope sounds like drugs, but dope, man, like definition of potential elevation. I'm like, okay, we get it.
So it's D stands for definition.
Yeah.
O. Of.
Potential.
P,
Elevation.
potential, elevation. Okay, so it's pretty much an inspirational thing, like going up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not drugs that we're talking about.
No.
Okay, all right, clever.
Yeah, so we end up making a crew, and everybody had strengths that others lacked. And
Right.
that's when we shared it with each other. So when it comes to like, let's say, being on stage right now with one of the ex-members as well, Mohit, who was formerly Amaze and now he's DJ Mojito. I work with him as a partner in music as MC/DJ, and we still make music together. So getting back to the stage presence, we call it being there as the seven spirits of the previous team.
So, like let's say, where do you see yourself in 10 years ahead?
That's a very interesting question. A lot of people always ask me, and they say the best answer to that is actually knowing. But I'm the type of person who has a lot of strengths, and I focus on every sector. So I'm not going to tell somebody that I'm going to be this in 5 to 10 years time, because there's so much that I'm doing. And with all these things that I'm doing that are connected to a lot of dots and people that are trusted in the circle that I'm happy with, we'll connect more dots ahead. So besides answering who I want to be 5 to 10 years later, I think the best answer to that is to be successful. And successful can be determined in many ways, but I'll put it into a few ways. Happiness, right?
Right.
You're happy with everything. And maybe a millionaire, I'd be happy if I get there. There's a way to get there, but at least financially healthy. And my health
Right.
and well-being.
I can see that.
And you know, the people that I can count with my fingers. That's all that matters to me.
Right. Now, I'm sure, like when students are going to watch this video, they would have a lot of inspiration. Is there anything, like let's say, is there any quote or any famous saying, or there's anything that actually keeps you with the momentum that you are going on right now?
For my advice, when you do something, just focus and keep on executing and do not stop, no matter what other people say. Because people can only talk, but you should only listen to the criticism that's constructive, that will help you grow. And the more you try to exceed your limits, the more people will criticize you. But when you exceed that, you learn how to control and get better. Then you try to exceed more. And no one's gonna give you what you want. You have to take it. You have to claim your prize, right? Michael Jordan, he got cut from the basketball team, right? But he still made it in the NBA. He became one of the NBA legends. And I also know somebody who was formerly just a DJ, started his events company, and then he started his own little bureau in Hong Kong. And now it's like more than one branch. It's already spreading around. So there's a lot of things you can do. And it's not that you don't have the money. People always think, I don't have the money. But it's just telling yourself, I don't deserve it. If you think better, in a more positive way, the world has money. How do I create a solution to a problem in order to get paid for that?
Wow, so he is a different Hector now. When I was teaching him, he was a total different lad. And now I'm happy to see you grown and speaking something very philosophical yet practical. Now, one last thing. What do you have for our students?
Follow Gary Vaynerchuk, one of the inspirational guys I follow that caused me to make my decisions now and ahead. And Coach Corey Wayne. For an inspirational quote from Gary Vaynerchuk, you're gonna die. Do something about it.
So, in short, basically, time awaits no man. So treasure what you have and fight for your dream and don't give up. Strive for the advancement despite adversity. Would this be a good closing for today's video?
Yeah, and that's why my LP is called Time Bomb, because time is important. Every second counts. It's your money that you cannot get back. Your bank drains at the end of the day. The next day is a new bank. How you spend it is up to you.
Well, thank you very much, Hector. So I'm sure, like I learned a lot from you today, and I'm sure our viewers will learn a lot as well. Now, we once again thanks Hector for his time today, and please follow the hashtag and follow us. Thank you.